This Thursday night football props edition of the Sports Gambling Podcast is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Sign up with the promo code SGPN. Score up to $1,000 in bonus cash. We're also brought to you by Rhythm. Get your 7-day free trial today by going to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/RITHMM.
Hey everybody, Jim McMahon here, and you're listening to SGPN. Let it ride.
Cox. He's one of those guys who will get penetration.
Welcome everyone to the Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean, stacking the money green with my partner in picks, Ryan, Real Money Kramer. What's happening, Kramer?
Dog. Some choose to do less during Thanksgiving week. Sean, we've chosen to do more.
Yeah, we are loading up. We're trying to jam in an entire week of shows into a couple days here. Joining us from the Bottom Line Bombs podcast, the man, the myth, the legend, CJ Sullivan. What's happening, CJ?
Gobble gobble, boys! Here, Thanksgiving week, the greatest week in football, probably. Maybe.
Oh yeah, I mean, you'd have to be a crazy person if you can't call yourself.
You almost said the R word, didn't you?
What?
Oh, it sounded like you were going to say an inappropriate word.
No, I
was he Dan Hurley?
Yeah,
I don't know. I know we were just talking about.
I think you cannot call yourself a football fan if you're not excited to watch live football these next few days.
Yep, I totally agree.
Perfect time to go to the desert.
So Ryan, you are making your trip to the desert. You want to avoid all things football.
No, I'll watch it when I get back.
Oh, okay.
I love it.
No spoilers. We already told everyone. I said, please, no spoilers. Although I have a Loctite system.
I was going to say we're kind of spoiling it for the audience right now by telling them exactly what's going to happen.
Yeah, some would say this is spoiler. To your point, CJ.
Usually that's not how my return from the desert works. It's usually not like a clean sweep. You know? Once in a while, hit a little parlay, but I would say I'm not a Thanksgiving Day specialist.
Well, yeah, because you never watch the games. You don't know the feel. You don't have the tone.
It is a different brand of football for sure.
It is. Yeah. CJ and I, longtime Thanksgiving
Lions
football
game
guys.
In the morning.
Yeah.
Well, then they added the
Cowboys
night
game in the afternoon.
Night game's been great.
Night game's been solid for a while.
Yeah, night game because they can pick the teams. We're going to be getting Tommy DeVito, maybe some Drew Lock. Ryan, you seemed surprised when I asked you, is Tommy DeVito definitely starting the game?
What do you mean I seem surprised?
Yeah, you were. Well, you've kind of been
surprised. I said yes.
You've been on tilt for a couple weeks now.
See what this is
kind of salty, but what?
So how should I? What's the appropriate way to respond to this without coming off salty?
This is great preparation for everyone at home and for me.
Thanksgiving.
I feel like I'm coming home to Thanksgiving dinner with the different family members. The election.
I wasn't even trying to troll you.
Is Tommy DeVito starting? I said yes.
Okay. You go yes. I said this 2 weeks ago that he was going to be starting versus Trey Lance.
No, I said yes. I predicted this 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And I'm you know ball. I think you know ball. Very rare to see a quarterback swap in a short week.
You're basically asking if you think you're going to run Kamala again.
So yeah, I gave you factual information, and somehow it's salty. The information's too good.
So Tommy is
I thought
too much salt's bad for you. I get it.
Drew, no, honestly Drew Lock saw a couple snaps there because Tommy DeVito got whacked pretty hard. I didn't think it was an unreasonable question that he might not be healthy enough to go for the Thanksgiving game or to play the entire game. I was not trying to upset you.
Well, and I wasn't upset. That's the point.
Okay.
You see what's happening here?
I see what's happening.
It's a yes and game.
Oh, I see what's happening. For sure.
Yes and.
No, Kramer's obviously not upset. We're here. We're gonna talk props.
Yeah.
For each game, maybe a DGen parlay, maybe some ladders. Maybe some I don't know, DJ, underdog entry. Well, he's getting an underdog entry. Kramer, do you want to start? We got Bears Lions up first. What do you like in the Bears Lions prop?
Roshan Johnson anytime touchdown.
Oh wow!
Keep it simple. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I've heard CJ say this too. He's just a battering ram.
Yeah,
and
he's a rock.
I do think the idea that this game resembles the game we just watched them play against the Vikings. I buy that.
Yeah.
This Bears team has quietly become a team that is going to give up some points, and now seemingly has the ability to score points, especially when trailing. They're one of these chase teams, I guess.
It's impressive. They've lost 3 games in possibly the most heartbreaking, excruciating fashion. From the simple way of having a field goal blocked to that you could have won the game there. The Hail Mary, which their season really started spiraling after that, and then Ryan, right before they recovered the onside kick, you even said, "Can we just see one good onside kick recovered?" They recover it. They go down. They get the field goal. They send it to overtime, and then lose in heartbreaking fashion in overtime. At least they covered there, but it has been just a nightmare of pain for this Bears team. It's incredible the way they find new ways to lose.
I'm just putting it in the calendar right now. June 9th. I assume we'll be doing team previews at sometime around then. Bears regression. That's all it's going to say.
Now,
just to remind us to not fall for the Bears regression.
Well,
for all these close, painstaking losses. I guess we'll see if the coach is good or bad, but.
Well, yeah,
that's why I'm not putting opinion with the.
They cannot bring back Eberflus. Kramer, what do you see in that price for Roshan anytime? Oh, that's a good price.
I should have started with that. I mean, again, he's the clear goal line back, right? Swift is clearly not healthy. Simple systems.
CJ, what do you like? What's a prop from the Bears Lions game?
It's amazing because you have a double revenge running back angle. You have DeAndre Swift coming back to Detroit. You have Dave Montgomery against his old Bears team. A lot of people think, at least in Chicago, that they got rid of Montgomery a bit early on there.
Well, I mean, he looks pretty good.
He looks amazing. Absolutely. They don't have his numbers up yet. I couldn't find it. He has 2 touchdowns, a +250, which is like Derrick Henry numbers. I can see him hitting it for sure.
Well, I mean, he's kind of that backfield's been ridiculous.
Yeah, absolutely. And you say Swift is not healthy, but I think he'll show up to Detroit. He likes to always play Detroit, but I'm not taking either one of those. I'm just putting that out there. Almost made the card.
That's smart.
Running back.
You'll get some residual credit if it does hit, which is it's a good way.
They're not leans. I'm not saying that.
No,
it's something to keep an eye on.
I didn't say it.
These are pre-hunches. Yeah, Ryan was catching some heat for allegedly dropping an L-bomb. According to Weehawk, again, I'm just reporting what Weehawk's reporting.
I simply said to Weehawk that he's better than that.
Okay.
I responded to Adam Pelletier, the Donna Bill's Mafia.
Wow.
Everyone's coming after Ryan.
I suggested that Adam maybe take in the full episode,
eating their
before
own.
passing judgment.
Yeah, you need context. Ryan was taken out of context.
It was a comment leading into the fact that I was taking 2 picks. I gave out an extra prop on the fucking show. 4 instead of 3, something Sean would never do.
No,
he hates giving out extra.
I hate extra picks. What am I working overtime here? CJ. Yeah, I get time and a half for 4 props. CJ, you were setting it up. Where are we going?
First, I was just giving things to keep an eye on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what
it's on the CJ radar.
Right, definitely. But we looked at the quarterback rushing props, not to steal anyone's prop here, but obviously Caleb Williams is a
why don't we call this a group play? Because CJ and I were talking about it. I would think Ryan probably on it. Maybe this counts towards my time and a half list of props, but Caleb Williams over 29.5. I'll co-sign that. CJ, are you on that as well? Kramer?
I'm on it as well. If you want to do a half one, I like this is kind of like our pleaser group together.
Yeah,
it's a big number.
A team.
You're not. But I'm not worried about the Caleb Williams over 29.5 rushing yards. He's been running a ton. You're inside in a dome with a short week, limited like install stuff.
29.5 is the number.
Yeah.
Oh, no. I saw a much higher number.
Oh, that's what I got.
Yeah,
I think that's a. I'll double check it. But CJ, isn't that what you saw?
I saw 29.5 on Underdog.
Perhaps my wires were close.
DraftKings has 26 at -170 to start the ladder off.
But, I must have written down the wrong things. I saw it in the high 30s.
No, 29.5.
Yeah, Caleb is listed over on Underdog Fantasy. Promo code SGPN 29.5. So I think that's fair to give out that over there. So I mean, because the Aaron Glenn. I mean, Richardson coming off a game where he got 61 rushing yards. In general, this Lions defense, you can rush on them.
No,
With the quarterback.
Let me just add on my authentic.
Yes. What's your actual pick?
That was the one. It was the team one we couldn't decide who was going to get to Caleb. We all shared in the Caleb.
This is master
That's
class.
a smash
This is a
play.
master class.
And now my authentic. You called it during the rehearsal show, zagging when they're zigging. I like quarterback rushing props just in general, but on Thanksgiving especially, there's a lot more eyeballs in there. They get more gutsy. Jared Goff is at a paltry 1.5 rushing yards.
Oh no!
Let me just go through the last couple games here of Jared Goff now.
I like it, CJ. Give it to us.
He had 2 attempts last week versus Indianapolis, a game where they didn't need, he wasn't certainly not under any pressure. He had 0 yards there, but he still had 2 attempts, which I like, which is a positive sign. He's willing. That Jacksonville game when they won by 50 and kicked the field goal of 40, 4 attempts for 21 yards. 4 attempts, 21 yards. Now listen, we just got to get to over 1.5. We just need one, and one leads. Versus the Texans, that road comeback, he was 1 for 2, cleared the 1.5.
That's all you need to. Smashed
absolutely.
it.
This is diabolical.
Packers, he did have 3 attempps for -2, but that was a couple knees at the end. Obviously, it's going to get you. I feel like it's going to be a back and forth affair. Give me over 1.5 Jared Goff. He also had 1 for 1 versus Tennessee. That'd been a tough beat.
Diabolical angle from CJ.
All right. Here's I got a couple I'm going to give out.
Really?
Well, one is courtesy of Rhythm, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/RATHMM. Get your 7-day free trial. This is a Rhythm special that I'm going to co-sign. Jahmyr Gibbs over 19.5 receiving yards. I think this is a good way to attack the Bears interior defense. And Jahmyr Gibbs over 19.5 receiving yards. Aaron Jones just got 3 for 23. If you look at what the Bears have done against the receiving running backs, it seems like a pretty good spot for him. I don't know. This is less about, I guess, the Bears defense for me, but more about Jahmyr Gibbs being able to just break a couple tackles and get a first down, get some yards. 19.5 feels very doable for Jahmyr Gibbs. And then one that I like, that possible ladder opportunity, Sam Laporta over 40.5 receiving yards at -110. This is the Bears. I mean, Hawkinson just went 7 for 114. So I guess these are both similar plays in that it's attacking the middle of the field with the or attacking the Bears defense in the middle of the field. I think is going to be a good option for this Lions team. So Laporta over 40 for me, and then Rhythm likes Jahmyr Gibbs over 19.5 receiving yards. But I'm down on both those.
Now, was that a lean, or a lock?
Someone gave out lean and lock the triple L's.
I already I've hit this person with the leaning tower video with the music, and I also have a screenshot that I'll be using in a special Thanksgiving Day edition of something we're thankful for, leans.
You got to call it love at least. Don't even throw locks in there. If you're
gonna
lean or love, you know what I mean. If you're already in that world,
yes. Yeah, it's live,
exactly.
live, lean, love.
Lean, love.
You got to give out some lean.
That's one of those
great.
like things you'd find on a woman's.
Jake. We're gonna get into the home decor game with live, lean, love.
That's amazing
because you don't want to. There's a lot of anger. There's a lot of testosterone associated with locks.
Honey, just lean today. You promised only leans this week.
Right?
It's less stressful. Lean. It's a happy.
Too much anxiety and locks.
And so, Jake, I'm gonna find some great live, laugh, love things, and we're gonna change it to live, lean, love.
It's amazing.
Okay, yeah, beautiful.
We've figured something out here.
Shout out to the Hastronaut in the chat. Did I miss any Bo Nix talk? Yeah, Bo Nix coming off a great game, another win, another cover for the Bo Leavers. We're just sticking to the Thursday game because we're doing this early because of Thanksgiving. Bo Nix anytime touchdown, that's always fun. I'm sure that'll come up at some point. And actually, a nice little bonus plug here: CJ Sullivan, aka the Laddie Daddy, filling in for Ryan on the VSiN show, which we will be doing live here from the LA studio. Kramer doing his desert sabbatical, so CJ will be filling in. The man, the box, letting him loose for Friday night on the VSiN show.
Getting fitted for my sport coat now. I want to tailor it. I want it to look sharp there. You know, the
CJ, will you be aggressively Italian on the show?
Well, I heard Italian. I heard the Italian of the Month award got canceled or on pause, as the kids say.
It didn't get canceled. We just had to pause it because too much negative focus was being brought to the Italian American people.
Well, all right. Maybe I can mick it up a bit then. Maybe I'll mick up the Italian because the Irish are there for the Italians and vice versa. I hope so. I said because I always say we are the last of the Mohicans of the last two groups that everyone can make fun of.
Yeah.
You know, and then the Italians got too many shots at it. I agree with that. Way too many strays and direct gunfire. So now it's time the Irish to step in front.
Once upon a time, it was the Asians, the blacks, the Irish, and the Italians.
Absolutely.
All in the same fucking pot together.
Yep. And then 2 weeks went by and we all got
now we got Baker Mayfield throwing up these fucking Italian hands.
Unbelievable.
Like it's healthy to be swimming in the Hudson River.
What a bully.
I couldn't tell if it was who knows what actual is news or like is a fake tweet or whatever. So I don't know if it was real or not, but was Anzalone, was he going, those fingers are too aggressive for my liking?
Yes.
Was that a real tweet or is that a fake tweet? I didn't actually, I didn't double click and see.
It's probably real. I wouldn't fuck it.
I mean, but it being real and it being fake, both are,
I'll just it's lucky Tampa's already played Philly because you don't say that around Big Dom. You know, if they don't want to come around,
you don't say that shit about Big Dom.
No, absolutely not. This is ridiculous.
You don't say that to any. Big Dom would break those fingers.
You don't say that to any Italian.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I dare you.
People are getting they're getting.
Although there are a lot of short on the shorter side.
They're getting a little too comfortable. I hear what you're saying, but I just didn't like. First of all, I didn't like the whole.
I got a funny anti-Italian story. So I was back. This is at the towards.
Fired up.
Yeah, no, this is so towards. I must have still been in college, but back in town in like hometown. For Thanksgiving, and everything was closed except for this one country bar up on the up kind of on the hill. Go up in there, it's just littered with these little white t-shirt, gold chain wearing little I guess what you would call a guinea.
Mm-hmm.
And someone I was there with bumped into one of these dudes, and all of a sudden you get these little chipmunks coming over. And at this point, it was like I must have been a little older because I remember thinking I'm not trying to get in a fight with these little dudes. And the dude just he throws a punch, sucker punches my friend. Next thing you know,
they love the sucker punches.
It's like a 4-on-15 fight with a bunch of these little chipmunk-sized Italian men.
Yeah, and they
fuck them.
And they're slippery. They're greasy, so they follow.
These ones,
you can't get a good hold of them.
These ones must have all been wrestlers. They just kept on trying to take you down. It's like, dude, what? Like we're at a fucking bar. Get off me.
Yeah, they'll toss a bottle across. They're hilarious.
Hey, maybe you want to get a Dago Dimes T-shirt.
Yeah,
you can get that over at the merch store. We're running a big Black Friday sale.
It's not offensive because I'm Italian American.
Yeah, Ryan can say that. Perfect time to plug our Dago Dimes T-shirt. Thursday through Sunday, 25% off everything. Everything must go. Get your Man the Box shirt, a Bet Detective shirt. There's a lot of cases the Bet Detective needs to be cracking open here. And yes, the SGP gear. CJ rocking the sweet SGP camo hat. I got Kramer's got the original. Oh, can I see your TDs? Some say our classiest piece of merch. All that 25% off.
Not sign off on this.
25% off. Black Friday is the promo code. I know Brad in KC will be liking that T-shirt.
Anyone know Lizzo's address?
Oh wow,
God.
Ryan, she's an influencer. So get in on the Black Friday.
I'm trying to market the brand.
Hey, we're also brought to you by mybookie.ag. MyBookie, always. I'm sure they're going to have a ton of great Thanksgiving Day promos. MyBookie.ag, promo code SGPN, 100% deposit match up to $1,000, and you also get the $10 free casino chip. Very good times over at MyBookie.ag. Get that prop builder going up, and they usually have a lot of promos going as well for the Thanksgiving holiday. So make sure you get in over there. And Underdog Fantasy as well, promo code SGPN. They also have their 100% deposit match up to 50% deposit match up to $1,000. UnderdogFantasy.com, promo code SGPN.
Well, we might have to have Jake do some photoshopping to that my bookie graphic.
Yeah, we got to get rid of the.
I don't know why I never actually looked that closely at it. It's got Dak on there.
It is. It is.
He's not even an active player.
It's funny for a lot of reasons that Dak is still on the graphic. But all right, so we gave out one prop. Prop number 2, Giants at the Cowboys. Ryan, I know you're going to be locked in to your TiVoed game.
Yeah, no, on the VCR when I get home. I will not look at any. Again, please do not spoil this for me. And if anyone tries to DM
the Giants will do that for you.
What do you mean?
Spoil it.
No, the result.
Oh, okay.
Oh, what is
you
that?
meant the experience.
Well, that certainly was meant to invoke an emotional response. Serious warfare going on over here. Fortunately, I'm keeping my cool and not emotional at all.
No.
Theo Johnson has gone over 24.5 receiving yards in his last 6 games. We're going to go over Theo Johnson 24.5 receiving yards. You see the way they use him to leak out from those hard play actions off Tyrone Tracy.
No, I have this one as well.
Really? That will be available. Felt almost too easy. Did not see alts. This is definitely a ladder candidate because you could see one of those weird bootleg plays going down the sideline for a bunch of yards. So, and if the season's not going to matter, you might as well see what you got in this kid.
Yeah, I'm with you. I love the Theo Johnson over 24.5 receiving yards, 4 games in a row. This is hit. I think you can attack the Cowboys. I mean, Zach Ertz
update
just
your
had
numbers. 6.
What
6 games? He didn't play. There was a game he didn't play. So he's in games he's played 6 straight.
Oh, you're right, because he didn't play in the Eagles game.
Correct.
But then he did not get. Oh, he did because he got 30. Okay, yeah.
Basically, since they started using him, he's gone over this number.
Yeah, why
he
is
wasn't
it so
really
low?
Involved in the offense for the first 4 weeks.
Why is it so low, Ryan? That's the only thing that
I think
scares
the algorithm is probably struggling to, typically with things that are produced by data sets of numbers. When you have something that's an extreme outlier, it can produce wonky results.
Another prop I like, and I think CJ may be on this as well. Tommy DeVito, anytime touchdown. Let's go. Fingers in the air. My boy DeVito plus 450. Paisan.
You're gonna find those fingers in a window, maybe a door.
Cowboys have let up 6 rushing touchdowns this season. Tommy DeVito, he loves running from the law. Tommy DeVito, anytime touchdown plus 450.
Nah, you don't run in public. It makes you look weak.
How much you owe you?
Theo Johnson over 24.5 receiving yards. So I like 2 there. CJ, it seemed like I feel like you were discussing.
I was discussing it. I might save him later. You might see him in a DGen parlay.
Nathan Haynes saying Theo Johnson 90 plus is 17-1. That's doable for Theo Johnson, don't you think, Kramer?
I mean, I would play the extreme ladder here. Who knows what's going to
top of the totem pole?
Maybe not. That seems a bit extreme, but I would definitely play like 75.
Yeah.
CJ, what do you got?
Well, I'm embracing the awfulness in this game. You guys are looking for fireworks here.
Oh, you're going the other way.
Fireworks. Well, just some of my favorite props. Now that my guy Fairbottom's dead to me, that Houston Texans kicker.
He threw his helmet down. He was very upset.
Yeah, as well as he should have been. He let a lot of us down. And yeah, if you didn't know, he kicked me out of the Survivor, and I tweeted it out there. Personally, I would rather lose a family member than lose a Survivor entry this late into the season. I mean, I would take that much better. At least I'll have a fun funeral to go.
Imagine not submitting that Survivor entry.
Right. And that guy has to be dead, right? Or something
the
like
Circa
that?
guy. Yeah.
That was my working theory. He's dead.
Yeah. And someone took his, but then that'd be great. Then you take his, he take his ballot.
Yeah, what is
but you don't have the code to submit the picks.
Yeah, what's the? I mean, we should ask Derek about
Forensic
that.
Files. He was murdered.
Bet detectives on this one, right? Because if it's worth you just see on TV, it's worth 160 grand. Like, why not?
It's the number one thing that I can't wait to ask when we go out the weekend after Thanksgiving, Sean.
Feels like we're writing a movie here of some guys in a survivor pool decide to off one guy and then,
right.
and then they can't do it or something like that, or like a weekend at Bernie's, but it's for the survivor pool entries. He's still putting them in.
Yes.
And they're like bringing him to the circa to celebrate. Oh, look, he's going nuts. Oh, hey, Mr. Stevens.
I'm a proxy, yeah, he's the proxy.
Hey,
The
what's
guy
up with this
who floats it around,
motherfucker over here? He's real limp.
I don't like that guy's handshake.
Vegas, you went a little too hard. Everyone gets a little too rough when
No, he's just passed out at the cabana.
Just get him a sun chaser.
Yeah. Can we get hey, big balls? He's gonna need a day bed for a couple days. Just a guy passed out with the sunglasses. We need to think of some scheme, and we'll film it at the circuit. All right, this is a great idea.
Nothing but great ideas so far. Home decor.
Yep.
Oh yeah, movies.
I want SGPN films to be a thing for
Yes.
sure. I mean, we need to make some of these movie documentaries. Anyway, so there's a couple ways to go. You see DraftKings, they love the first drive punt result. These are pretty low numbers. They're both
Putting those parlayed together for like 2 to 1's a pretty good option.
It's the Scotty Rice Shell special.
Yeah, I know.
Studio Scott.
He loves it. And his honor, Dallas is -105. It's like a coin flip, and Giants is -135, which it seems. Yeah, that'd be a fun 2 to 1 parlay. But that's not what I'm going with. My new kicker in my life is Brandon Aubrey. Even though he was quadruple jinxed in that game when I parlayed him with my guy Fairbairn over 1.5 field goals made, when he slipped on one where every announcer jinxed him. Then they took points off the board after he hit the 64-yarder, and then of course they just cowboyed it up from there. He's over 1.5 field goals made. It's a little heavy juice, but I think a better way to attack this, you can hit that, of course. Longest field goal is a coin flip between the Giants and the Cowboys. Now we all know the Giants kicker Graham Gano, the 37-year-old. He's off and on the injury report. He's a nice pitching wedge. Fair. I would like him in rough conditions. That's fine, but he can't do driver off the deck like this Aubrey kid and absolutely slates them 275 yards right down the pipe. Brandon Aubrey's got a huge leg. They put him in range, just like Fairbairn. As soon as they cross the 50, he's in range. So -110, Dallas to have the longest field goal made.
Oh, okay.
I didn't see a matchup kicking product.
No.
Yeah, usually it's just the over, the over 1.5, that kind of thing. But matchup head to head.
Yeah.
Ryan, how do you feel about that? Him calling out Graham Gano on these airwaves.
That's fine.
Okay.
Once upon a time, he was the best player on the team.
Yeah, that was an angle you have been running with.
Well, that's when the special teams coach was the head coach.
Now, I know you were in the office, you were promoting, you're going to release a list of the Giants players you'd like to see on the team next year. Does Graham Gano make that list?
No.
Okay.
I mean, I don't, complete indifference.
All right.
But he can, actually, he can join.
Okay.
Solid kicker.
So you're rebuilding Ryan's 53-man roster. How many spots are accounted for 2025?
Maybe a half dozen. I'd have to.
Is Shedeur Sanders on that list?
No.
Wow.
I haven't done my full pre-draft workup.
Okay.
I haven't even done the K metric test yet.
Yeah, you haven't run him through the K metric. That's when we can really.
Which,
tell
by the
what's
way,
going on.
you want to hear something crazy? So we're watching Sunday Night Football. Mike Tirico's on the screen, and my youngest daughter goes, "Dad, that guy's eyes are really far apart." I just looked at her like, "Oh, you're a natural." I've never spoken to her about the K metric, and she knew exactly to look to see if his eyes were too far apart.
Now you're off Shedeur Sanders now?
No,
you're on Shedeur Sanders.
I've definitely, my opinion has gotten better on Shedeur.
As the Giants draft pick has gone down.
No, I mean, I would say the from after about the first like 3-4 games of the season, Shedeur started playing better, but he's still like, there are elements of how he throws where he doesn't always look like an NFL quarterback.
The Cam Ward video, I remember you being a very big fan of pushing that around when he just called him weak for wanting water.
I think Cam Ward's a dog, 100%. I've seen Cam Ward make some questionable like short throws. It's the same shit. Like, he can make these amazing throws, but then a very easy throw to the flat is just a complete disaster. Turns into a lateral fumble.
Is it like Anthony Richardson, where just feel
no,
like he
because
can
Cam Ward's been successful playing football at every level
That's true.
he's ever played.
Cam Ward.
Anthony Richardson, you cannot say that about.
No, he never was. I mean, maybe he was successful in high school or whatever, but he didn't really have success. He lost to fucking Vanderbilt, I believe, in college. I mean,
that was
before Vanderbilt.
Pre-Pavia.
I saw a montage of some Richardson truthers on X today of like the drops he had yesterday. Drops and a couple plays called back by penalties. One was like a 7-yard hitch, like a 7-yarder called back for a penalty.
I mean, Ryan, that was one of the funnier moments from Sunday when it was a debate of whether was Anthony Richardson trying to throw the ball away or was that him actually making, like, I think he got intentional grounding for trying to throw it at the receiver. That was watching it live. I think he was trying to throw it to the receiver. It was just so bad. It came off as throwing the ball away.
So fun.
Because he doesn't have that instinct to throw the ball away. He'll literally be. There was another play where he was being tackled, falling down, and he was pump faking as going down, as if he had time to pump fake once again. And then the guy's a maniac. I can't help but keep betting on it because I love the thrill of having money on Anthony Richardson. It's worth it. It's like betting on 4 games.
It's right. Or it's or betting on craps, playing hard numbers, There's that one moment when those dice are in the air, this could be a double 3 right here. This could be a hard 6.
You don't get paid extra, but it's the 3 hours of wild up and down entertainment.
But imagine having that level of inaccuracy that you could be trying to make a 15-yard throw and overthrow the guy by 20 feet, making it look like it's intentional grounding. I was up on the roof, Sean, as I mentioned. I don't know if you saw, there was some rain, so ladder activities got delayed. Anyway, up on the roof doing the lights the other day, and I needed an extension cord. So I asked the wife, throw me an extension cord up on the roof. Now both kids are out here. One kid up with me on the roof, the other's in the driveway. She goes to throw it, and the classic holds onto it for way too long, and it just in slow motion is heaving towards her car. That's Anthony Richardson throwing it. That was the intent. You're right. He was trying to complete a pass, and he overthrew someone. How can an NFL quarterback overthrow someone by grounding? It was 25 crazy. Yards.
It was crazy. Ryan,
where are we at?
Chat's asking. Ulysses says Dant says no one cares. He's down 12 points. Does he play Andrews or Likely?
What? Fantasy questions?
I'm a man of the chat.
Likely.
Yeah, I like Likely better too. And he's interesting in the prop market as well. All right, last prop for Thanksgiving.
I laddered Likely.
You laddered Likely? Yeah, no, I do like his receiving yards over tonight. Tua 0-7 in games played under 40 degrees. This is going to be cold.
Whoa.
Mike McDaniel. Will Mike McDaniel be wearing his shirt? I wish it was colder. That was an all-time ice cold take. So.
That was an ice cold take for sure.
Tua under 239.5 passing yards. It's simple. It's nice. It's clean. Even if he is playing okay,
it's simple.
I don't think he's gonna. I mean, the Packers secondary isn't that bad. I think they're gonna be able to at least keep this a game. I think if Miami does have success offensively, it's gonna be from them running the ball and not him taking a ton of deep shots. I know he got 317 yards against the Pats, but that was. I don't know. This Patriots defense is way different, and then they even had to throw probably more than they should have. He just doesn't take the deep shots that he used to. So maybe you take longest completion under or something like that. But I'll just take under 239.5 passing yards. Kramer, what do you like? Dolphins Packers.
Well, I mean, it's the most obvious spot in the world with Tua in cold weather. I would approve any sort of Tua fumble prop.
Oh yeah.
But and obviously we're playing Jordan Love. Jordan Love coming off a game where
comes some auto plays.
He didn't throw an interception. I figured people would be upset if that's the only thing I gave out. So by the way, Jordan Love's interception price down to -125. Grab it. It's definitely going to go up. But let's just tie it with Tua. I think there's a chance they're down in this game, just like we just watched the Packers hold down the Niners. And if he's throwing a bunch, he's also going to throw a pick. In the cold, are you kidding me? It's going to be duck hunting season. Remember that Tebow video where he throws that just
that was an all-time
incredible duck. And yeah, so if you tie them together, Sean, plus 237.
Ooh, all right.
Jordan Love and Tua
nice
both
little
to throw.
plus
Wait,
odds.
both interceptions?
Both interceptions.
Oh man,
They're both affordable. I mean, you can bet them to. You can round robin it if you want to bet them separate too. But
oh,
I just called out a round robin on 2 legs. Oh, I mean, you got to play the single legs too.
I love it. That's great. I like a rushing prop as well in that quarterback. Couldn't get a yardage number on him.
Oh,
but his anytime is plus 500.
That's a good number.
It's a great number.
Who are we talking about?
And I'm a deli roll man myself. Now Josh Jacobs just had a monster game. He's obviously not plus 500 for an anytime.
No.
Why would he be? He just scored 3 of them, for crying out loud. But I like these games when they have a big game, especially on the back. Then they have one 3 days later. They don't really want to overload them with a work phone. Emmanuel Wilson, just been a fantastic backup for Josh Jacobs.
Like this angle, CJ.
He is. I mean, even when it's full workload, he's still getting 9, 10, 11 carries a game. Like he's getting about 30. A nice 30
he looks
30
explosive too.
Yeah, he absolutely. He completely outplayed that. Who's the rookie? They wanted him to be the backup. He's been in IR.
From USC. Marshawn Lloyd.
Yeah, Marshawn Lloyd. But the dirty secret that I don't want you to know is Wilson outplayed him in the preseason. He was going to be the number 2 regardless of injury, and he looks great. He's plus 500 for an anytime touchdown. When his numbers come out, I imagine it's around 23, 22 yards. He had like 40 last week. I think he's going to get I think this might be more of a 60-40 split with Jacobs. Jacobs had 26 carries yesterday, and how many receptions did he have? Then you have none, but he has some looks. Point is, there's a heavy workload, 3 touchdowns,
9 for 41.
Yeah,
that's good. I like that.
Yeah, absolutely. So give me Emmanuel Wilson anytime touchdown. When his numbers come out, I'll take him over rushing. We maybe put that later in the chat. Also took a look at Jordan Love's rushing props, but in the cold games, in a game like this, Jordan Love, I do. If I was going to attack it, I would add on 5.5 longest rush for Jordan Love.
Oh,
I like that.
5.5 longest rush.
Yes.
All right. Do we want to do
what's that make you feel? Does that make you feel?
No, I mean, I think I agree. I think in general, quarterback rushing props are very delightful.
Very delightful, and I think that's the way to get Jordan Love, the one longest rush. He'll pick it up when he needs to on a 3rd and 7.
And you won't get screwed with the kneel downs.
Right. Absolutely.
All right. Let's do a little DGen prop.
Mm-hmm.
DGen prop or you want to do an underdog entry first?
Oh, okay. We'll do an underdog entry. Let's fire up an underdog entry. I feel like we have a lot of
and a ladder, right?
Yeah, and we'll get a ladder too.
Oh, this little that. I couldn't believe I was driving behind a truck that had like 8 ladders stacked on top of each other.
Well, I tweeted out a photo of the Eagles game. There was a ladder randomly, and it was pretty close to where CJ was sitting.
Oh, really?
All I saw was the caption. Nice to see CJ at the game. I'm like, oh, who's this going to be a picture of? I mean, I didn't even see the gag without still scrolling up, and I thought it was going to be Big Dom because I was taking a picture of Big Dom at the time. But
no, it's just a photo
it's just a photo of a ladder. So then I tweeted back my picture of Big Dom.
It's like a Clark Kent thing. Have we ever seen CJ
and a ladder at the same time? No, we haven't.
Dom looked good last night, by the way. Speaking of guineas, the white guinea sneaks with the all black and gold chains. I have a beautiful shot of him up front.
Fresh.
Gold chains, fresh, right? The Dolce and Gabbana glasses, the clean white sneaks.
Yeah, I didn't.
With the black tracksuit is incredible.
They really lean into the stereotypes.
It's amazing. Doing some damage on that tracksuit, as they say.
CJ really captures the pitch of like the Rhode Island, Massachusetts, Italian.
Would you stab his own mother for that? I swear to God.
You
sound like my family from Johnston, Rhode Island.
I don't trust him for him, but he stabbed his own mother for him.
I would say one thing
no class.
CJ, I assume you were also in the hold on, I pulled up your Big Dom photo. I assume you were also in the 50-50 rally
50-50 raffle. Yeah, absolutely. Yes. I was that. I had after I got bumped out of the Survivor, I was a little bummed out, but I'm like, I got to get back on the horse. So I threw a same game parlay. I only needed 3 things to happen. I needed Saquon 2 touchdowns. He hit that. Saquon, I laddered it up pretty high, over 250 rushing yards. He pulled that off. incredible that last run. And then I just had to win the 50-50 parlay, 50-50 raffle at
Didn't get
SoFi.
that?
Parlay that in with the Saquon stats.
I
Couldn't
took my
shove it.
niece Addie, who was on the pregame show.
Bada
She gave
bing,
out
bada boom.
she gave out her score.
Yeah.
It was what was her official
25 to 17.
Well, that's a good score.
And
Right?
she-
Yeah.
25-17.
For a young person,
Right.
very ahead of
Yeah.
the
Fun,
time. It's an
fun-
old soul.
All right.
Fun score. Eagles. She said the Eagles did way better than she expected.
Oh wow, nice.
Which was good.
Nice neg.
But she was bummed because I got us way too many dollars in 50-50, and I'll be like, hey, they're
Right.
gonna announce it. It'll be fun. Watch the whole entire game.
They don't do that anymore. Trust me,
now
I found out.
you gotta check.
They used to do it with a 2-minute warning. Now you got to go afterwards. Go to the website. They same thing with baseball.
Yeah.
Where's the fun in that?
I was asking people in their lab, like, I know, we don't know, you know.
I went up to the stand. I go, what's the winner?
Oh,
They're like,
that's
you have to go
horrible.
to the website.
you have to go to the website. You
and then
have
so my
That's-
buddy Justin was also in on it. We split this ticket.
boy.
Sure.
And then you got to get the Uber and then you drive home. And then he texts me. He's like, did we win the 50-50? And I just wrote back, what new cell phone? Who is this?
I can't hear you. I've got no reception in my jet.
Yes. We did not win the 50-50.
No, and I will say this, and the 50-50 is clearly becoming such a more of a ripoff. They'll give you 5 for 10 and then 50, for 50. Like the next bump up is like $50. You don't get 20 numbers. You should be getting 100 numbers for 20
Yeah, you're
bucks.
supposed to make the deal
Right.
better.
And it's not even a deal. It's just going up and it's just crazy. And they make you spend at least $50 on it.
You have to spend $50. That was my take.
And also those guys in the tailgate lot. Yes. That's
Here's
one
a
of
photo
That's
of
one
Big Dom.
photo. I have a
Just
better
look
one.
at.
I mean, he looks good.
Just so fresh.
I got one with the white kicks. He looks incredible. But and there's people selling 50-50 out in the tailgate lot. I'm like, are you guys official? This seems like a scam here too. Do you work for the stadium? Anyone could just
some guys running numbers.
Right. I think it basically was, which I like the hustle and all, but yeah, no, I'm not giving you my credit card out in this parking lot next to guys playing bags and shit. Get out of here.
Maroon.
But then I did see him later on inside. He was like, he's like rocking, swinging Sweet Emotion, Aerosmith, like smoking a cigarette. All right.
So wait, what are we doing? Underdog first?
Yeah, underdog.
Okay. What do you got, Kramer? Kick us off.
Do
Do we do one from each game, right?
I mean, we can do whatever we want. We're driving this vessel.
All right.
I like that. Choose a game.
All right. So I'll start. Well, let's see. They don't have all they have for Emmanuel Wilson is the touchdown. It looks like. Because I did like your angle there. Maybe we go.
I'm gonna give it out. Theo Johnson higher 25.5 receiving yards.
Oh, it's 25.5. Interesting.
That still works
It's
for
on
me.
the move already. I'm in.
CJ,
For that, yeah.
You good on that
So
one?
we can't do Giants then. Giants are off the board.
Yep, Sean's taking it.
All right, fair enough.
First
I
pick.
like it. I'm definitely on board with it.
Giants with the first pick.
There's so many Giants to play. Look at Dexter Lawrence after running his mouth.
Are we,
Getting a sack,
Do we want to play either of the interception angles or fade? I think fading Tua in some capacity.
Okay.
well,
in
but also, I
cold
mean,
weather.
Ryan, Jordan Love is your thing. Come on, it's the
but
holidays.
but it is Tua in Lambeau. I mean, think about this. We may only get this game. Like the chances that we get Tua in Green Bay is potentially once in his career.
Now, do we want interceptions or do we want lower passing yards?
How do we fade Tyreek?
Ooh, okay.
All
All
right.
right.
He's gonna slide around on the ice.
I mean,
Penguin.
He's just been mid anyway since Tua's come back, and
63.5. That's a low number.
I mean, Jonu's the guy they got to lock up. It is a low number. How about longest reception? Came low. He just doesn't run deep patterns anymore.
I don't know.
I mean, you're playing with fire. All right, let's just look another way to fade Tua.
Fumbles lost is on here.
For Tua.
Tua.
Oh, let's do that for sure.
yeah, come
Then
on,
what are
that's-
I
we-
know we've not had great
What are we
success.
talking about
We've
then?
never won
Yes.
one of these. We're so due. We are
Yeah,
so due.
get that in there. Too.
All right,
do
Tua
it.
fumbles lost. Definitely, we're definitely not winning this one. CJ, why not just put him? Well, I
What's
was going to
that?
say Emmanuel Wilson, but no, we already have that game. So we need one from the
First game.
Yeah, first game.
First game. All right, let's get down there.
The Caleb rushing yards, I think are good,
Well, yeah, we said that was like a team pick.
All right,
right?
team pick for sure.
Unless you got something else you want in there. It felt like there was some consensus there.
No, I like
29.5 rushing.
that.
And $100 entry Caleb Williams higher, 29.5 rushing yards. Tua fumbles lost higher, 1 or a half. Theo Johnson higher, 26.5 receiving yards. $100 entry returns you $1,326.
If you wanted to play the alt Caleb Williams, 69.5 rushing yards, this would pay out 100 would pay out 8,700. Just like CJ, just throwing ideas out there. But
I'm an idea man.
Shout out to Underdog
like
and their new relatively new
sliding
sliders.
scale.
Oh my goodness, it's dangerous. You just go.
Now that's the original chutes and ladders.
Yeah,
and we got ladders and we got chutes. We got slide. We can slide down the number, slide it up, slide it down. It's beautiful.
Up and down.
Let's climb the beanstalk. Kramer, you got any ladders you like?
So all right. So I was thinking about this because it is fun to come back and not have any clue what you've won or lost, and then just generally try to avoid logging in until after I've watched the game. But sometimes I do cheat a little bit. But all right, so definitely playing Theo Johnson. I think you had like that. That is a tailor-made ladder. I also think the Jahmyr Gibbs receiving ladder is something that would be worth playing. None of these numbers are out I didn't look super hard, but at the bigger places didn't seem to have them. But actually, as I say that, I see a Jahmyr Gibbs alt number.
Yeah, I think I see.
Yeah, so Jahmyr Gibbs tops off 60 yards plus 950. So, and I could also be talked into Jahmyr Gibbs counter correlation. Under receptions, when they release the receptions props, going under receptions over one of these alt numbers. 50 yards is plus 550. They're pretty solid numbers for again, one or two catches. Inspired by Joe Mixon, of course.
For me, the ladder that is pretty tempting just based off Hawkinson's game. I know they have a lot of weapons, but Sam Laporta, this is crazy. I mean, 50 plus is 160. Then you got.
Has he had a game this year?
Sam Laporta?
Yeah.
Trying to think.
Feels like
he's been banged up a bunch, but now he's getting healthy. No, I mean 66 yards is his highest, and that was 2 games ago. They had 3 road games in a row, although there was a bye in there. But this is his first home game in a while. I think he's just due to go off here. So I like the obviously I like the over, the 50 plus, the 60 is plus 250. 70 is plus 380, 80 plus 550, 90 plus 850. So give me that Sammy Laporta ladder. CJ, what do you got?
Oh, so sorry. I was just looking at David Montgomery. I didn't know he hurt his shoulder yesterday. So his status will be determined later. Well, I know. I gave out food for thought about his revenge angle.
Put that food back in the fridge.
Let's get some Tupperware
Getting
out.
spoiled.
Get out the aluminum foil.
Seal it. You don't want it to dry out in there.
Romeo Dobbs concussion, so he will not be playing. Also, that fruit. But good luck figuring out the Packers wide receivers situation. I have a ladder. I also had a little step ladder too. If you just want to dispose of one, I didn't want to hurt anyone's feelings.
No. Let's go for it.
Quick step ladder. I like. I'll just toss it out there. Of Rico Dowdle receiving yards.
Oh,
you look at what Bucky. You look what Bucky Irvin did yesterday. I mean, whatever the hell he wanted to versus the Giants. He had 6 catches for 64 yards. Rashad White had 1 for 10 yards. He also had 12 for 87. This is ladder just because his ladder is so low. The ground floor is 14.5. This is just putting the angel on top of the Christmas tree. This isn't even. You don't even got to fix the lights on this one.
You got to be careful. You don't want to lean on the Christmas tree.
No, oh boy. Now you're just now you're just trying to get the Google tag words for the task force out there of narcs. They have the keyword Google keywords.
Oh yeah.
29.5 plus 220, 39.5 yards. So 40 yards receiving is plus 400. That's just a quick step ladder. Rico Dowdle receiving.
Just the quick step ladder.
Just quick step ladder. I mean, they have no other threat out of the backfield as well. But my real ladder that I'm going with to get the Christmas lights is Cole Kmet. I think the Lions like to keep things in front of them and allow the tight ends, allow the stuff over the middle, and of course, they're banged up anyway with the linebackers. It's tough with him. Kmet's he's either hit or miss, especially with with the receivers when they're calling for it. And but did Keenan Allen get hurt as well yesterday? I'm not sure. I'm sure. But they all seem like had like triple fat goose jackets on. How cold was it in Chicago?
Yeah, they look.
Keenan Allen looked like a guy who is from California.
Right. And Caleb,
he was very
Caleb
up.
himself had my old starter jacket on underneath his fucking
it's like, guys, come on. I mean, go to the wetsuit. You look ridiculous.
So I think they're going to be a little banged up. And who loves Turkey Days is a nice white tight end. Cole Kmet, 40 yards plus 110 already. Ladder him up, 60 yards plus 290, 7 plus 450, 80 yards for Cole Kmet plus 700. And if you want to go all the way to the top to fix the legs, 90 yards, 10-1 plus 1,000.
Go all the way up.
I mean, that's the thing with Cole Kmet. When he does hit him, he's kind of like Dallas Goedert. He's either going to have a game where he breaks off nice chunks of third down, 15 yarders, whatever, and he'll get himself up to the 70, 80 yards, or he'll get absolutely shut out. So you might as well play the ladder if you're going to play him, is my theory.
Boom bust. Yeah, no, those are the kind of guys you toss in.
Play the ceiling, guys. Play that long tail.
For sure.
Long tail.
You know I'm a degenerate.
DGen only parlay, wrap things up. For me, I'm doing 1 touchdown for each game. It's a fun little
oh, me too.
Okay. What's
yours pay?
329.
Jesus.
32940.
And he just assumed he should go first. Okay.
Oh, do you want to go first?
No.
I thought you like going last.
I love going last.
Everything I do is wrong. What do you mean? I go first,
Jeez, I thought we have one dinner. Just one dinner with the family together where we don't have an argument.
If I go first, then it's look at this guy. If I set myself up
going first,
if I set myself up last, then it's like I hit 150 to 1. You're not saving me for last. All right, Caleb Williams,
calmer than you are, dude.
Caleb Williams anytime touchdown, plus 490 to get things going. Then
you wouldn't put all quarterbacks in there, would you?
I was considering that. I think that's a fun angle.
I might have to price that out.
The problem is I realize that's not going to happen. Like one of these guys isn't going to get home. My middle touchdown game, so Caleb Williams, that's that like little snack you have right before the Thanksgiving meal. The turkey himself, Theo Johnson, anytime touchdown, that's 6-1, and the little after dinner snack. You get a little leftover, just like everything's put away, but I got to get one more roll. Put a little turkey in there. Emmanuel Wilson. I like CJ's handicap, so Emmanuel Wilson, Theo Johnson, Caleb Williams, all to score a touchdown. Parlay those together, 32940. Give it to me.
Wow.
All right.
I will pick up where you left off there.
Let's go.
Kramer's going dead last. Also, I feel more confident in my Cole Kmet ladder now because I think that was the first time in my career where I've given out a ladder where I didn't even get a from you guys, meaning you guys both hate it.
I was gonna
so much.
Sean started talking. Otherwise, what I would have said was the dominance of his snap share is insane right now.
Yeah. Okay.
Like very positive. I looked into it because I was looking into Gerald Everett earlier, and I saw that he was on the field for a total of 3 snaps, special teams. And
I may have been pricing out my own degenerate parlays, CJ. So apologies.
No, I enjoyed it. I'm like, it makes me feel better because the one I loved on the Visa that you guys loved, Javonte Williams, had -2 yards. So
that wasn't a good ladder.
That was not a good ladder. Terrible ladder. That was
bad lad.
Bad laddie daddy.
Bad lad.
Well, that might.
And my niece Addie lad.
And I am going to make my own montage of Anthony Richardson overthrowing Alex Pierce down the sideline for a bomb that would have. Oh my God!
He would have had it. He would have had it on that one play.
It was an 80-yard touchdown. It was wide open.
His arm strength is unreal.
It's amazing.
It's too strong.
It's electric.
He needs surgery to like reduce his arm strength.
He's got to have it.
You know how like women get breast reduction, and you're like, wow, that's a crime against humanity to get those things taken down.
But it hurts my back. I got your back. This is society.
How did he only have 1 catch? He had 4 targets. CJ,
it's incredible.
That was a great angle.
Thank you very much.
Wow.
I am going to go with the quarterback anytime touchdown parlay, and it starts off with Caleb.
Yes.
I love the Caleb one there. I saw plus 425. You saw plus 490. Did you for anytime touchdown? Doesn't matter. Either way.
450. 450. Call it.
Perfect 450, and toss in a Tommy DeVito. Come on,
wow.
Are you telling me Tommy DeVito's not scoring a touchdown on Thanksgiving?
Gabagool.
And you know how the Italians do Thanksgiving. They do pasta up front. There's always pasta. It doesn't matter. Fuck your turkey. Oh, we'll have turkey. It'll be there, but there's gonna be pastas.
Turkey's just the thing on Thanksgiving.
Right. It's just, of course, if they're famous.
We're
They're,
celebrating Christopher Columbus.
exactly. They're famous for doing their own traditions. They put pasta. Christmas, they do the 7 fishes because Jesus was a carpenter. You know.
Yep.
So that makes sense. But Tommy DeVito's getting in the end zone. Enough slander. He's going to take it upon himself. He looked good running the ball, I thought, as well. What do you have, 7 for 27 out there? He's
Once things settled down, the issue was when the other good tackle goes out, things got a little slippery. But yeah, no, once he kind of got his wits about him, he realized 1, 2, go.
Right. Like I said, and of course, this is the same cap theory of the running backs 4 days afterwards. Tracy had a big load. Singletary had 1 rush for a touchdown. That was a mop up duty. Yeah, I think they'll even have plays for Tommy down there in the goal line zone.
A touchdown, Tommy.
Yeah, it's gonna be a touchdown, Tommy Vardell. Tommy DeVito, he's at plus 425 for an anytime touchdown. Put him with Caleb. And we'll go to the night game. Jordan Love for an anytime touchdown.
So you are going to 3 QB anytime.
3 QB anytime touchdown.
I like it.
Plus
That's fun too.
That pays 131 to 1.
I'm a big fan of themes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we kept it theme wise, and it's not like I'm threw all 6 in there for crying out. I'm not crazy.
No, that's that would be reckless.
2 is 7 to 1 though. By the way, it's a good number.
I apologize if I seem distracted. I was staring at my Bo Nix 28 to 1 Rookie of the Year ticket.
Oh, yes, sir.
Because I'm a hater.
That's a great.
I don't know why I bet so much on it either. It's going to be a nice little payout.
I tell you what, Shannon Sharp called it a dead heat today. Not that Shannon Sharp's like vote matters, but the narrative matters. And he pushes that shit on ESPN. That's big. He called it right now a dead heat.
I'd price it like minus 150 Bo Nix.
I think it's probably a dead heat moving on from here. But right now, how could you not make Bo Nix the favorite after Jaden Daniels looks so bad against the Cowboys at home?
Yeah, and I think they're not. Not only is he still hurt, but I mean they're not calling run plays for him anymore, which kind of limits Kingsbury's offense. Besides Kingsbury, I know how he doesn't improve or add on anything after daylight savings, and he gets completely shut down. But also, there used to be a lot of run plays called for him, which they just can't do now anymore, and that kind of limits them what they can do. But all right, listen, I'm not trying to do any Bo slander. I'm just saying. He was Fernando. Daniels was Fernando Mania in the first like month of season.
This happens though, And Jaden Daniels is, to me, going forward. Bo Nix is number 4 for rookie quarterback prospects. But right now I would also make him the favorite to win the Rookie of the Year. So if
you needed one quarterback though, to throw a 90-yard touchdown with 5 seconds to go. I mean, like Daniels makes a habit out of these Hail Marys, and this is what these writers.
The Hail Mary was, I think, a curse for this Washington.
I'll say this.
I'll say this. It's what writers see. They don't watch games.
No,
they see these highlights, and that's what they see.
But that I would say, maybe you're right. He's still hurt. I would also rank him behind just watching now Drake May and Caleb Williams. Of late,
yeah,
Jaden Daniels' 3rd strongest arm in the class as well.
How about the quarterbacks of the last 2 years? Is CJ Stroud the worst of them all?
Well, Anthony Richardson's on the list.
I mean, my God.
Will Levis also on the list.
Bryce Young's better than him now.
Yeah, so
crying out loud.
Serious question.
What happened?
Do
we owe that owner an apology?
If you were the Panthers, would you trade Bryce Young for CJ Stroud?
Yes.
That'd be awesome.
Yes.
That'd be amazing.
Yes.
You would.
Yes.
Okay.
I would.
The lines are starting to come closer together.
And rehire Reich too. Let's run it back.
We were wrong, man. You were onto something.
All right. So when you said you were doing a touchdown parlay, I thought you were going to have one from each team.
Oh no, just one from each game.
Okay, so I kind of took a similar strategy to you, right? I have easier legs and harder legs from the first game.
Okay,
the Bears and the Lions. We're going Gibbs and Roshan Johnson. That same gamer by itself is plus 350.
So yeah, that's fun because you can play that as its own leg,
like a round robin.
Yeah, or like a turkey. You have 2 legs, and then you have the big one that
Like
a
combines all
turducken?
3. Yeah,
Turkey, duck, and
hard
chicken?
legs and easy legs. The ones that come off the bone, and the ones that are left
Then
over.
yeah, actually that would be a good idea for a little graphic there.
Yeah.
Then we'll jump ahead to the second easy part, which is the Miami Green Bay game. Jonnu Smith, Green Bay, dreadful against the tight end, and Josh Jacobs. It's a cold game. He's going to get in the end zone. That's plus 428 by itself.
Wow.
Now that's
and Kramer, your positive Jonnu Smith take was looking good.
100%. I mean, any team I have with Jonnu Smith in it is just like the tight end, like differentiating yourself by catching a tight end.
In my best ball teams, all the ones that are doing good are ones where I have Baker Mayfield and Saquon Barkley together. For some reason, I have a lot of that combination.
Because Baker was available very late.
Yeah,
and so you just every time.
Jonah is elite.
So all right, so we have the bread of the Bears, Lions, and Miami Green Bay games. Now we get to the meat.
Yes.
Theo Johnson, again, you're on top of it.
let's go.
And Luke Schoonmaker, mocker. Giants have not been great against the tight end.
Now that is some white meat turkey.
And he clearly was a guy who got targeted a little bit.
Yeah, for sure.
By the quarterback.
Love Schumacher.
That by itself, Sean, is a 22-42 same gamer. So you put all 3 of those together, plus 55738, 557 and change to 1 for 6 touchdowns on Thanksgiving.
Oh my God!
Now that's a 6-pack.
That's a turducken.
200 wins 111 grand.
But you're right. You need the turkey graphic with the legs and the players in each leg for the parlay.
Yeah, it's like when they would bring out that Madden.
Right, the Madden turducken.
It's like who constructed this thing and what is on the inside.
Oh man, good times. Hey, we're doing this early, so we got to get ready. Watch some Monday Night Football. Kramer and I will be back after the game talking college football. Then we got our early edition tomorrow morning of the NFL Pick Show. Make sure you check out CJ's Bottom Line Bombs. Subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. Get in on the merch sale starting on Thanksgiving itself, running till Sunday. Black Friday is the promo code, 25% off everything. Toss us a nice rating on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts.
Thank you for participating in the Sports Gambling Podcast.
For the Sports Gambling Podcast, I'm Sean, second the money green. He's Ryan.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Kramer, let it ride.